This man destroyed a billion-dollar industry with the tools in his shed, but it took 5,126 prototypes, 1.2 million in debt, and 5 years to accomplish this. One weekend when vacuuming, the bag in his vacuum got full. At this time, bagged vacuums were the standard. He looked for a new bag and couldn't find one, so he opened the bag, emptied it out, and taped it back up. And when turning on the device, he found
still no suction. So I thought, that's odd. I thought vacuum, it didn't suck because the bag was full. And I suddenly realized the bag was empty and something else was at play here. And I opened it up. I took the gaffer tape off and opened it up, and there was a fine lining of fine dust around the inside of the bag. And I suddenly realized that the suction is created by airflow, which has to go through the pores of the bag. But this fine dust is clogging the pores. It's not the fact the bag's full, it's the fact that the bag is clogged.
After realizing how inefficient the bagged vacuum was, he thought back to a cyclone he helped make that used high-speed air to separate paint and air. To simulate this in a vacuum, he cut up a cardboard cereal box into a cone and taped it where the bag's exhaust would be. Now, instead of losing suction, the dirt would just clump up at the bottom. However, this genius idea almost died in his shed, as his family was only surviving on his wife's art teacher salary. They were so poor that they grew vegetables to survive, and he only had one shirt and one pair of shoes. His fortune returned though, as he won the 1991 International Design Fair with prototype number 5127, the Dyson G-Force. It would eventually launch in England in 1993, becoming the best-selling vacuum cleaner in 18 months. Hoover, the original company whose bagged vacuum he used and hated all those years ago, was eventually sold as a shell of its former self in 2007. That same year, James Dyson, the inventor of the bagless vacuum, was knighted by the Queen for being one of the greatest inventors in the modern era.